Hey, Decide Destiny crew, Carl Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny daily dose. Decide to learn your spiritual obligations. It's taken another step further. Not just your obligations to your job or your role or the way that you think you are supposed to operate in society's norms or rules or the latest trends or new headline. It's going deeper. What's your spiritual obligation? What's your obligation as you show up here on this planet at this time in history? What is that spiritual obligation? This is a interesting time of the year where we all of a sudden have this energy for the new year. It's one of the times where you don't have to go out and create the energy. It's kind of like this common energy. Everyone's so excited for the new year. Especially the last few years that have happened, wanting to scrap the past few years and just start anew. However, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is showing up every single day to reach your full potential and to have your mind, your heart, your soul, your vision on reaching that full potential every single day. Because you can't just wipe a whole year by and then just expect that because you wipe the year by, it's just going to have new energy on its own. What's going to happen in the year is going to happen in the year. But what you bring to it is what's going to happen in your life. And so with spiritual obligation, this is where you can take it to the next level, where you can find that energy, find that motivation, find that last, percent that wasn't even in the framework to begin with. But that last percent that's going to take you to complete the cycle on that project that you're doing. This is something that I work with a lot as well, is to have those spiritual obligations. What are those spiritual obligations? If I've been given a chance, if I've been given another chance, if I've been given an opportunity here, what's my spiritual responsibility? What's my spiritual obligations? And for me, it's to reach my full potential. To me, it's to realize that, no matter what, we all have our own, you can't escape religion, you can't escape God. What am I saying here? If your religion is not, and they're scary words nowadays, apparently, but if your religion's not, a church or a group that you belong to, it becomes your phone. It becomes something else that you religiously do, that you are linked to, that you've created a contract with, a spiritual contract with a connection. So for me, part of my spiritual obligation is to realize that and to awaken myself to the irony throughout life, the irony in my own ego, the irony in many other people's ego. With God, if it's not God in the heavens, then it's God on this radio station I listen to, or God, this Messiah, that I love listening to, or this, section of industry, or whatever it is. That's you've got to understand that there are so many dualities in life, and there's so much irony in what we do, and that comes from a heightened view. We go, oh wow, I talk about this, I talk about that, but I can't do this in my personal life anyway. I religiously do these things anyway. So having a spiritual obligation really means diving deeper and really pulling apart, yourself, pulling apart the framework, pulling apart the terminology, pulling apart, all the things that you've just taken for granted, and really investigating, going, okay, I see where I'm going wrong here, and I've got a spiritual obligation to be the greatest that I can be for the time that I'm here, so that I can contribute to everyone and contribute to myself. Contribute to all those you want to contribute to, add value, and make the lives better for many people, and also so that I can contribute to myself and make my life better. Because I know if I live in alignment with my spiritual obligations, I know I'm doing the right thing every single day. I don't have to look back in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years and go, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Who was I following? What religion was I following? You can actually look back and go, okay, I was true, I was authentic, I was real, and I was honest with myself and what I could achieve. And I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity to do things that I've had, and I'm grateful that I've made an impact. So they're the spiritual obligations I'm talking about, guys. So learn what your spiritual obligations are. You know, they could be different for everyone. You know, but spiritual obligations are something that's a bit deeper. Dives a little bit deeper into why you're here, what you're doing here, and why you need to keep going, and why you need to, you know, investigate and really research and tear apart the world you see around you, so that you can actually live real and have your full potential reached. Because if you have all these different, you know, bad information, or you have this different sort of, you know, little lies that you tell yourself or excuses, those things are going to hold you back. Those things are going to delay your greatness being unfolded into the world. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that daily dose. Please share it around with anyone else you think this may inspire, may, you know, make them question a few things, or may interest. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos, and hit the notification bell if you want to be updated as soon as the next daily dose comes out. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.